Today I'm going to be sharing some projects that I worked on over a couple of days time. The first one I'm going to be sharing is a DIY project, updating a sign like this one. I picked up several of these at Dollar Tree and I actually kind of like how they look on their own, so I'm going to keep one as is and the rest of them I will be using for DIY projects. So I'm going to be sharing one of those today. And then I also picked up some florals that I wanted to bring in some spring colors, so I'm going to be using those. And then I also have a tray that I picked up I think a year ago after Christmas on clearance that I'm going to give a little bit of farmhouse style to. So I'm going to be working on those things, so let's get to it. So I started by removing the hanger that was already attached to the sign and also removing the metal heart, and I want to reuse this for this project, so I'm just setting it aside. The next thing I'm doing is taking some white acrylic paint, and I will be painting a couple of coats over the entire sign. I want to make sure the red is completely covered, so I'm letting it dry well in between, and once I feel like I cannot see the red anymore, I will move on to the next step. White had dried and I was happy with it. I chose to use some black acrylic paint, and I'm just going to very lightly brush it along the edges and a little bit along the indentation lines to kind of make it look like faux barnwood. So that's kind of what I'm going for, but I really want this to mostly be white. I just want to give it a little bit of a rustic look. So I decided to use jute string for my hanger, so I'm just threading it through the holes and tying a knot. And I knew I wanted to add some buffalo check ribbon onto my sign, so I am just cutting a piece that fits just around the edges of my sign, and I will hot glue that in place. And I used wire ribbon, and it really helped keep it in place, as you'll see here, because I was able to fold the edges over the sign, and so that helped keep it straight and exactly where I wanted it when I flipped it over to hot glue it in place. So I made some vinyl letters using my computer and my silhouette, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it to see how that's going to look. And then I'm going to replace the metal heart back onto my sign, but I'm going to put it on top of the ribbon, and I really like how that looks. The next thing I'm doing is adding my vinyl letters, and I'm just using a piece of transfer tape to put the letters onto the tape, and then I will attach them to my sign. am really ready for spring, so I'm removing the rest of the winter decor and adding in some spring pops of color. And I picked up these florals at Dollar Tree as well. Last project, I wanted to update this tray with a farmhouse style look, and then I'm going to hang it on the wall. So I just made a design on my computer, and using my silhouette I cut it out, and so I'm going to put that in place. And I knew I wanted to hang it on the wall, so I'm using some command strips to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and use 4 of the large for this because it is kind of a heavy tray, but I do not think it weighs anywhere near 16 pounds, so I think it'll be good to go. Here I'm just following the directions, getting the command strips ready to use, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and use 4 sets of the large, which says it holds up to 16 pounds, and I'd much rather be safe than sorry, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and hang it on the wall. Been trying to decide what to do in this little area of the house, and I think this tray actually looks perfect there. And then the other items are also in this space as well, my farmhouse home sign as well as the spring florals. And I'm still kind of messing with the decorative pieces and how I want them to look on this little side table, but for now I'm really happy with how it's turning out. If you're new to my channel, I share a lot of budget-friendly DIY home and lifestyle content. If you like that sort of thing, I would love it if you hit subscribe and hung around. I hope you enjoyed these projects and this video, and thanks for watching.